Cardinals. Now the Cardinals look to go on offense here. Here's Julian Ramos. He'll take a shot, and he finds the back of the goal. Match win streak once this night is over. Now we've got a ball threaded through and a chance here. Coming up the left side, and here's a shot and a goal! So Francisco Rodriguez will take the corner kick, bending it in, a header and a goal! Stadium. Raynard visits Alexandria for varsity girls soccer and varsity boys soccer. Here's another scoring chance. Laurent is able to get another goal here! Oh, she went with a little chip then. Now the Cardinals are able to come away with it, and a nice rush up the middle of the field. Here's a chip shot, knocked away, and Laurent is going to follow it in with a score. And frequently become scoring chances for the team taking the corner. This one is bent in, a header, and it's off the goal post and in. And the The field of teams in the Section 8 AAA boys soccer tournament got reduced by 50% on Tuesday night, as 4 teams are now sidelined for the season. The other 4 have the opportunity to get together tonight in 2 different locations, with the 2 winners this evening moving on to play for a state tournament berth on Tuesday. The Alexandria Cardinals have the number 2 seed, and because Alexandria defended the home pitch at Viking Bank Field on Tuesday night, the reward is for Phil Pham's Cardinals to have another home game this evening. It's the 2 versus 3 matchup in the Section 8 AAA boys soccer tournament, with 3rd-seeded St. Michael-Albertville facing 2nd-seeded Alexandria. The match will be getting underway at the top of the hour, and again, the winner has the opportunity to play for a section championship and a berth in the Class AAA state tournament. That section final will be at the site of the highest remaining seed in the section tournament on Tuesday. Welcome to our broadcast of Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer on our Layton Media platforms. We thank you for watching on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube, and thank you for listening in to our broadcast tonight, coming to you on People Radio, KXRA, at 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, and 105.7 FM. Audio available through the Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. A big thank you to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Cardinal Sports Play-by-Play during the 2025-26 school year. A variation from last year to this. Last year, because of the cost considerations, we did not do live video streaming of the section tournament events, but this year we are able to accommodate that. So, again, a big thank you to businesses like Integrity Title and many others helping to make our broadcast coverage possible. My name is Dave McClurg. We've got J.P. Boleen as our videographer. Jackson is our KXRA radio studio engineer back at Master Control, and Jeff James is my broadcast partner tonight for this Section 8 AAA semifinal. And Jeff, this will be the first opportunity for Alexandria and St. Michael-Albertville to play in a section competition during the fall season. I'm looking forward to this matchup because St. Michael-Albertville, again, the record might not be all that sterling, but when you're playing among the schools with the biggest enrollments in the state, that being the Lake Conference, I think, even with the sub-500 record in the Lake, that makes St. Michael-Albertville a very formidable foe. And that 7-3 record should not be deceiving. Alexandria is going to have the work cut out tonight, but yet Alexandria's had a very successful resume put together by our interim head coach, Phil Pham.
Absolutely. Both of these teams have played well, and I agree with you. The 7-7 record is not necessarily one that you would be shaking in your boots about, but looking at who they've played, though, and how tight their game was against Buffalo, that's something that we really need to take a peek at. And as we'll hear with Coach Pham, I mean, it's anybody's game from here on out.
Yeah, and what has me excited about this matchup is that though St. Michael-Albertville and Alexandria did not play each other during the regular season, they do have some common opponents. The Cardinals did play Brainerd. The St. Michael-Albertville Knights played Brainerd. I believe both teams had Monticello on their schedule. Mm-hmm. And as it turns out, both teams had Sartell on the schedule. I would guess that this was probably the last year of a 2-year agreement between St. Michael-Albertville and Sartell to play each other because they used to be section rivals. And Coach Pham was saying, and we'll hear it during our next segment, that Sartell had never defeated St. Michael-Albertville in boys soccer either in the regular season or in the playoffs until this year. And when you consider Alexandria had a head-to-head win against the Sartell Sabres this year, I think that would bode well. But I don't think this is going to be a multiple-goal victory for either side, and I don't know if 80 minutes is simply going to be enough to try to determine the winner here.
Absolutely, and we talk about how many times that does happen, especially late in the section. It seems to be more and more and more that we're ending it in extra time or we're ending it, in PKs, but yeah, this is super exciting for me again because it's a team that we don't see a lot, and that's always something. And we were talking offline a little bit about, there's some good soccer being played in St. Michael-Albertville. I know more about the girls, and I've seen more, but through the summers I've been able to watch some of the boys' games and a lot of the girls' games, and there's some pretty good soccer down there. But there's some really good soccer in Alexandria as well.
Yeah, it should be a terrific matchup. Hopefully you can find your way to Viking Bank Field at Alexandria Area High School. It is a somewhat mild evening. I know we've got the clouds going overhead, but I don't think the forecast is calling for rain. We might be blocked out from the rising of the now waning harvest moon coming out of the east later on tonight. But still, we had a nice crowd on hand Tuesday night, and I would expect similar fan support. Again, the Alexandria boys soccer team is the only Cardinal team playing at home tonight in terms of the varsity level of activities. So hopefully we can see you out here. But if you do have other plans for tonight, we hope you'll be checking in with us periodically, either on KXRA Radio or by watching on our Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Jontner Motors is the presenting sponsor of our pregame show. And a big thank you to the other boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, helping to bring you this evening's play-by-play. Again, 7 o'clock is projected match time with Alexandria hosting the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. Our first break is ahead during the Jontner Motors pregame, and then when we return to Viking Bank Field on the Alexandria Area High School campus, you'll be hearing my conversation with Coach Phil Pham. But now, these words.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving.
I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
Welcome back to Viking Bank Field with more of our Jetner Motors pregame show here on KXRA Radio with the additional live video streaming on the Voice of Alexandria YouTube channel. Our pre-match coach's comments feature is being brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. Joining me right now is the interim head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer team, Phil Pham. Phil, obviously it's good to be talking to you tonight because that meant a victory on Tuesday against the Elk River Elks. Interesting game. Your team was able to get the early jump and then, some momentum swings back and forth in the second half. I'd like to ask, kind of first of all out of the chute, how did you feel about the way your team was able to respond when it did fall behind in the second half?
Yeah, super happy the boys went out there and went after it to find that equalizer. Just 3 minutes after going down 2-1. It's so important to be able to come back soon and quickly so that the team morale doesn't drop the further it goes on.
I know when Graham Odland and Cam Costers joined us upstairs following the Tuesday match, I think Camden was the one that said, when the team fell behind 2-1, he kind of had a reset and saying, they're not going to come in here and beat us, that this is not the way our season is going to end, losing in the first round on the home pitch. Did you get the feeling among the players as you were seeing them? Because, again, you don't have timeouts available to you to use during the course of the match. The guys kind of have to play through it and everything. But did you get the feeling that their sense of purpose raised up a little bit?
Absolutely. That's something that we talked about before the game to kind of get them hyped up is, you don't get to come into our house and beat us on our own turf. So, finally going down 2-1 really lit a fire under them, really got them going like, oh, all right, let's take care of business now. And they definitely did.
It turns out, Phil, that I believe at least two of your goals were kind of set up with some set pieces. I think, one of the goals came off a corner kick. Maybe it was Graham Odland's header to tie the game up. And then I think later on we had a free kick that ultimately I think Julian Ramos was able to punch in for the rebound. Are you seeing some encouraging things with what's developing with the set pieces?
Yeah, that's something that we practice extensively. Those group of guys also practice on their own time. They get together and they come up with ideas. I give them the autonomy to pick their plays, trust them, believe in them, and I let them do what it takes.
Of course, the game goes 3-2 in favor of Alexandria before Graham Odland gets an insurance goal about 8 minutes or so after the go-ahead goal. How did you feel about the way your team was able to defend Elk River once the Cardinals got the lead back?
Really well. When we went down, we changed our formation because we needed to score. Once we scored, we felt comfortable going back to our normal rotation. And then after the second goal, putting us up 4, we moved into a defensive formation and just kind of killed the game after that.
So obviously, anytime you can get victories in sections, it's a good deal. Of course, Elk River is a team that you were able to play in September, so you actually had, kind of a hands-on look at the Elk River Elks. Did Elk River look a lot different, from the regular season match in terms of what they were able to show on Tuesday night?
Yeah, they put together a lot more attacking drives than what we experienced the last time that we played them. Their coach afterwards told us that, they had some stuff saved up that they kind of pulled out during the game, and they took their best shot, and unfortunately we just got back up and shot back. So.
Our guest right now is Phil Pham, the interim head coach of the Alexandria Cardinals boys soccer team, as he joins us during our Alamere Health Coaches Comments feature. On the way, we have the play-by-play here on our Leighton Media platforms of Section 8 AAA boys soccer. It's a semifinal round match from Alexandria's Viking Bank Field, with the Cardinals hosting St. Michael-Albertville. Phil, St. Michael-Albertville is a team that Alexandria did not have the opportunity to play in the regular season. Maybe in future years, the Cardinals and the Knights will find each other on respective schedules and stuff like that. I do know St. Michael-Albertville won its playoff against Bemidji the other night, and I think the 2-0 margin was similar to St. Michael-Albertville's regular season win against Bemidji. Do you get much of an opportunity to see the St. Michael-Albertville boys soccer team either on film or, getting intel from different people you network with?
Throughout the week, we viewed film from Sartell. Sartell was gracious enough to send us film on their game where they won 2-0 over STMA. And then we also watched the Bemidji game just to kind of get an idea of some habits and some weaknesses that we can exploit.
Is there anything in particular that stands out about the Knights that really impressed you based on the film that you saw?
Yeah, they're a very strong second ball team. Their midfield is very, very strong, which is the same case for us, so it should be a very, very good game.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the comparative numbers. I think St. Michael-Albertville and Monticello had a tie during the regular season. Your team got a win. I think Moorhead and Alexandria had a tie during the regular season, and St. Michael-Albertville got a win over Moorhead. So I think this should have the potential of being a terrific matchup. Ultimately, as you get together with your guys, Phil, what have become some of the focus points in terms of things that need to happen for Alexandria to have the favorable outcome tonight?
We just got to play our game. We always try to play to the level of our opponents, and while that's great when they may have a stronger team, it ultimately hurts us when they might be weaker. But when it's even, it really just depends on what kind of team shows up for us. So just really focusing on tonight and not the next game, because we don't know if there will be one. But the way that it shakes out, we'll figure that out tonight.
I was intrigued by one of the remarks you had during our summary for our Cardinal Sports Report here. In years gone by, kind of the notion projecting ahead multiple rounds and everything like that. With this year's team, Phil, have they kind of stayed in the moment here, knowing that a section final game is not guaranteed if you don't do well against the opponent in front of you?
With a little guidance here and there. There's always that, when we get to state, this is what we'll do. And it's like, nothing's guaranteed. We just got to take it one night at a time.
Very good. Phil, good luck to you and the Alexandria boys soccer team. As always, we appreciate the opportunity to get together with you. If things can work out on Tuesday night, let's get together again for a section final matchup.
Absolutely. As always, thanks for your time.
There is the interim head coach of the Alexandria Cardinals varsity boys soccer team, Phil Pham. He's been our special guest as part of our Jutner Motors pregame show. Again, our thanks to Alamere Health for sponsoring our Coaches Comments feature.
And again, the St. Michael-Albertville Knights are in Alexandria to face the Cardinals in a section semifinal match. Again, these two teams both 2 steps away from getting to the state boys soccer tournament. The other section semifinal is an all-Wright County affair as Monticello journeys south on Highway 25 down to Buffalo for the matchup between the Buffalo Bison and the Monticello Magic. In fact, 3 of the 4 teams remaining in this section are from Wright County, as St. Michael-Albertville High School is also in the West Metro in Wright County. The Knights have been members of the Lake Conference now for several years. that conference actually expanded by one school from last school year to this, as Maple Grove moved out of the Northwest Suburban Conference into the Lake. And again, the Lake Conference features some of the schools with the largest enrollments. When you look at schools like Minnetonka and Wayzata and Eden Prairie, I believe all three of those schools have enrollment in the top 4 grades of at least 2,600 students. By comparison, Alexandria, in its 9 through 12 enrollment, is slightly more than 1,300 students. But Alexandria does have one of the 64 largest enrollments among high schools in the state of Minnesota. So the Alexandria Cardinals this year and next year at least will be competing in the big school class for a number of activities. That does include Class AAA for girls soccer and boys soccer. For boys hockey, that means being in Class AA for the first time in many, many years. And for basketball, baseball, softball, that means being in Class 4A in the 4-class setup. Basketball also included in Class 4A. If you're wondering about St. Michael-Albertville, well, their 9 through 12 enrollment is pretty healthy as well. I believe the enrollment is 2,071 among the top 4 grades at St. Michael-Albertville High School. Obviously, that area of the Twin Cities has had steady growth for a couple of decades now. So it wasn't that long ago that schools like St. Michael-Albertville and Sartell had enrollment similar to schools like Albany in west central Minnesota. You know, Albany's enrollment among its top 4 grades is around 500 or maybe slightly above 500, but there's just been so much growth in the St. Cloud area with the outward growth from St. Cloud proper. And then the Twin Cities metropolitan area, heck, you've got 2.5 million people in the 7-county metro there, and a lot of that has moved into Wright County. And now you're even seeing more growth west and north of St. Michael and Albertville, where Monticello is increasing its population. And as a result, Monticello, like Alexandria, has moved up in class in a number of its sports. But enrollment numbers aside, Jeff James, again, it should be a fun matchup here. You know, the Alexandria Cardinals really get the opportunity. You know, they were one of the top teams in the Central Lakes this year. I think after the forfeit, wins were changed into losses by for St. Cloud Tech, affecting the Tigers' record. Sartell emerged as the Central Lakes Conference boys soccer champion, but Alexandria was situated right in second place. And it'll be fun to see if Alexandria can continue the regular season performance and string together some solid performances here in the section.
Yeah, you have your boxes that you want to check off during the season. You have your conference title. You have your, making it to section final, state tournament, those things. That conference box didn't get checked, but that doesn't mean that the other two can't. And I agree with you. I think just watching these two teams warm up, they look so similar. And I think we heard some stuff from Coach Pham about, what to expect and what's going to make it a successful game. That mid-third is going to be a very big piece of the puzzle tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, we are rapidly approaching match time. The crowd continues to file into Viking Bank Field at Alexandria Area High School. Again, a rather mild evening. We hope you can come out and support the Alexandria boys soccer team. It might be their last true home game of the year. We'll have to wait and see what happens. If Alexandria and Monticello come through with wins tonight, then the Cardinals would be back at home on Tuesday for a section final. If Buffalo prevails tonight, then the Bison would be hosting that section championship match on Tuesday of this coming week. Buffalo and Monticello will be playing in the other section semifinal down in Buffalo tonight. Our thanks to Jutner Motors for presenting our pregame show. We're going to take a break and enjoy some words on our latent media platforms from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage. And then we're back. We'll introduce the lineups. We'll have the presentation of the national anthem and much more after this timeout.
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
From Viking Bank Field on the campus of Alexandria Area High School, Cardinal Boys Soccer in the Section 8 AAA tournament is on the air. Thanks for watching our coverage tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Access that from our homepage on the Cardinal Sports page, that is, at voiceofalexandria.com. And thank you for listening into our coverage on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria. 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, and 105.7 FM. Jackson is our KXRA studio engineer back at Master Control. And along with Jeff James, I am DMAC Dave McClurg, and we have J.P. Boleen as our videographer for tonight's Leighton Media production. Let's give you the lineups for the two teams. And again, our lineups are being presented to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. First of all, for the visiting St. Michael-Albertville Knights, who have a 7-7-3 overall record. That included a 1-5-1 mark in the Lake Conference. They will have a sophomore as the goalkeeper tonight. That is Eli Schmoyer. The defensive backs in front of him will include senior Bryson Pierce, senior Lane Jeffrey, along with defenseman and captain Noah Schmoyer, and also junior Andrew Laken. In the midfield area, you'll have Talon Sines. He is a senior captain for St. Michael-Albertville. He'll be joined in the midfield by senior Colin Schultz, along with senior Titus Schmoyer and Anthony Davis, a senior captain for St. Michael-Albertville. Also toward the front, you'll have Rovi Camacho, a sophomore, and then the leading attacker will be Aiden Semonkin, Saman Khan, I believe, is the way his last name is pronounced. Aiden Saman Khan, a senior attacker for St. Michael-Albertville. Tomas Rodriguez is the head coach of the St. Michael-Albertville Knights, and let me give some bonus points here to Coach Rodriguez as he put together the roster sheet that everybody's getting as part of the program insert here at Viking Bank Field tonight. The roster sheet for St. Michael-Albertville includes a pronunciation guide. A+. We enjoy that as media jackals to have that available. So quite often, coaches are very accommodating in terms of giving us the pronunciations, but to have everybody see that on their roster sheet is a good deal. Again, the Knights 7-7-3 on the year. Your starting lineup for the Alexandria Cardinals will include senior Ethan Carlson as the goalkeeper tonight. The defensive backs in front of him will include sophomore Jacobo Ramos, senior captain Camden Costers, also senior Auden Zeller, and senior Bo Jones. I believe he is also a captain for the Alexandria boys soccer team. Your midfielders for Alexandria include Rogan Anderson, a junior, also Julian Ramos, a senior, junior Patrick Klecker, and a sophomore Micah Kitzman. And then up front, senior Francisco Rodriguez and junior Graham Odland. The Alexandria Cardinals, guided by head coach Phil Pham, a member of the Jefferson High School of Alexandria class of 2013. So Coach Pham, very fortunate to be guiding his alma mater, the Alexandria varsity boys soccer team. This is his first year as head coach. It is on an interim basis. Hopefully he enjoys the experience that he would apply to become the permanent head coach when the opportunity is posted later on in the upcoming academic year. The assistant coaches include Zach Lamb and Dwight Van Teflin, along with Cale Collins. Coach Collins, of course, was previously a head coach in Alexandria, then reversed roles, becoming an assistant under Brandon Johnson, and Coach Collins has stayed on as an assistant for interim head coach Phil Pham. Alexandria went 6-2-1 in the Central Lakes Conference, and the overall mark, including the win against Elk River on Tuesday night, now stands at 11 wins, 2 defeats, and 4 ties for Alexandria. Obviously, we will not have any ties here in the postseason. You do have to play until you have an outcome. If we are even after 80 minutes of full time, the potential is there for up to 20 minutes of overtime with 2 10-minute halves. The first goal in an overtime is considered a golden goal, and that would be the one to settle the match. If the teams go scoreless during their 2 10-minute overtime sessions, meaning 100 minutes of full time, including regulation and overtimes, then the match would be decided by a penalty kick shootout. Keys to tonight's match are being driven by Alexandria Motors, where it's one low price, plain and simple, always. Let's drive with Alexandria Motors. The St. Michael-Albertville Knights point to play in the midfield, and I think Coach Jeff James, he does resemble a coach. He's also done some officiating as well, but Jeff mentioned earlier that, obviously St. Michael-Albertville would like to have an edge in the midfield that could transition into some scoring opportunities. And similar for Alexandria, just kind of play the game that the Cardinals have played all year long. They don't need to necessarily reinvent the wheel. There are reasons why the Alexandria Cardinals are 11-2-4 on the year, and that is by having some effective play in the midfield, transitioning from the defensive side into the midfield, and then obviously people such as Julian Ramos and Francisco Rodriguez and Rogan Anderson finding the attackers such as a Graham Odland. If that can happen, of course, Patrick Klecker's an attacker for Alexandria. If the Cardinals can complete some of those passing sequences, it could be a very good night for the Alexandria boys soccer team. Again, our thanks to Alexandria Motors for presenting the keys to the game. Our national anthem during our broadcast tonight is presented by Carlson Music Center in Alexandria. For all of your musical needs, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. Now we do honor our country with the presentation of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Again, our national anthem presented on our latent media platforms, including KXRA Radio and as part of our Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Brought to you by Carlson Music Center in Alexandria. Again, feel free to visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. Whether you have needs for musical instruments or even voice lesson work, Carlson Music Center in Alexandria would be happy to be of service to you. Along with Jeff James, this is DMAC Dave McClurg. We do appreciate you joining us for our broadcast tonight, live from Viking Bank Field at Alexandria Area High School. As you are watching on YouTube, St. Michael-Albertville will be wearing the white jerseys, white shorts, the navy blue numerals on the front and the back of the uniform. The school colors at St. Michael-Albertville are navy blue and gold, along with some white included as part of the color scheme. Alexandria's uniform is going to have that rugby-style shirt with the up and down rugby stripes. Black on the top of the jersey, then the rugby stripes on the bottom, and the black shorts going along with the uniform. White numerals on both the front and the back of the Alexandria jersey. The St. Michael-Albertville goalkeeper, Eli Schmoyer, will be off to our right, so Alexandria will be working into the wind in this opening half. Still a decent breeze coming out of the south-southeast. That may settle down a little bit as we get deeper into the night. So the Cardinals, as you watch on our YouTube channel tonight, will flow left to right in this first half of play. Again, another nice audience on hand here at Viking Bank Field. Way to represent Alexandria Cardinals sports fans. And if you're cheering on St. Michael-Albertville, we welcome you and hope you enjoyed the stay in Alexandria tonight.
Boy, those Metro teams don't like to show us their numbers, do they, D-Mac?
Nope. We could be fashion police here, but at least they are seen on the white jerseys. Not large numbers, but I guess we get spoiled by watching the Alexandria players who do have the large white numbers on their jersey. And the opening kick is taken by Francisco Rodriguez. He's going to send it into the St. Michael-Albertville end, and it's going to spin out, and now the Knights will have the first throw-in of the night. Now the ball up in the midfield area. Bo Jones tries to redirect. Couple of header passes and another header pass by Francisco Rodriguez. And right now we've seen a series of header passes. Now the ball gets put on the turf, and St. Michael-Albertville will try to work it out of its own zone. It's going to come over to Titus Schmoyer on the left side, trying to feed a lead pass toward one of his teammates, and it's going to be swept out, and the ball is actually going to go across the end line, so St. Michael-Albertville gets an early corner kick here in the first minute of the match. This one will be coming from the northwest corner. And it's going to be angled in, ball's up in the air, and a header clears it away by Alexandria over to the right side of the goalie box. And now another nice clear here for the Alexandria Cardinals. That may have been Bo Jones helping to move it back outside. Now the ball up along the far side, and it's going to go out off of the Knights, and Alexandria will play it in. Alexandria 11-2-4 on the year. Their only losses came in a 3-day span to the St. Cloud Public Schools, Tech, and Apollo. Now St. Michael-Albertville working in. Here's a shot and a save for Ethan Carlson. Bouncing ball in front, and now it's going to be cleared away. Now another shot's going to go wide of the target, and we'll have a goal kick coming up here for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, you can already see the difference between the game that we were a part of just a few days ago and this one, that, you know, St. Michael-Albertville, they're going to come at you a little bit more than the Elk River Elks did. So Alexandria's got to be on their toes right now defensively.
Now Ethan Carlson gets the ball away. It's going to be redirected on a header here by Anthony Davis. Now playing it ahead, and now a ball gets sent wide. Jacobo Ramos will try to defend it along the goal line, and I don't believe he touched it. I think he was defending the goal line there to make sure St. Michael-Albertville didn't try to set up for a corner kick, you know, by deflecting that ball off. So it ends up resulting in a goal kick for Alexandria. Ball sent over to the far side, and the Knights will now throw it in at the edge of the attacking third. Now we've got a ball played up in the air on a header here by the Alexandria Cardinals, and St. Michael-Albertville trying to gain control, but the ball played out. Rogan Anderson is going to try to redirect it ahead. Now it comes back. Francisco Rodriguez going with the long ball here. It squirts past the St. Michael-Albertville defense, and one of the defensemen will play it back to Eli Schmoyer, who's going to play it over to the near side, and it's going to go out, and we'll have a throw in for Alexandria. Quickly played in by Julian Ramos. Ramos working on the dribble here, now playing it toward the middle of the field, and now St. Michael-Albertville has a player that is looking to mark Ramos, and I think that player, Noah Schmoyer, was trying to get position, and I think he may have been called for throwing an elbow here. That'd be a common foul in basketball. It's also a common foul in soccer. Free kick here for Alexandria, and Julian Ramos will take it from about 45 yards away from the goal. It comes on the keeper, and Eli Schmoyer will pluck it out of the air, so that will count as Alexandria's first shot on goal. We're into the 4th minute of tonight's match. Again, it's win or go home for the St. Michael-Albertville Knights and the Alexandria Cardinals. One of these teams' seasons will extend into next week, while the other team's season will come to an end. Ball played out along the far side with the Alexandria Cardinals throwing it in, but now St. Michael-Albertville will play it long. Now here goes the attacker, Aiden Saman Khan, trying to get a shot toward the goal, and it's going to go a little bit wide, spinning off to the left of the goal post, and another goal kick here for Alexandria.
DMAC, both of these two teams are very skilled, but don't fool yourself. There's going to be a lot of blue-collar work done in this game.
Yeah, and could that be part of the midfield play, that we'll see some blue-collar work up there,
yes,
kind of positioning and maybe getting elbows up and everything like that?
Right, yeah, I would imagine that the number of fouls are probably going to be a little more than they were in the previous game, and that's not necessarily saying that it's a dirty game or, you just have physical play, and that's what happens.
Another goal kick here for Alexandria as Ethan Carlson is going to play it out into the midfield area. Now the Knights looking to gain control. Here comes Talon Signs. Signs getting bottled up here. Now a battle for possession between Signs and Francisco Rodriguez. Now it's going to be played over to Saman Khan. Now out top, and from straight on, a lead pass ahead, cleared away by the Alexandria Cardinals over to the near side. And here comes Julian Ramos up the right side. He got bumped in the back, and now he's going to be bumped in the back again, taking a tumble here. And JJ, I know that our YouTube audience is able to see that unfolding, but it's almost as you just described moments ago, that this is going to be a physical match.
The shoulder-to-shoulder stuff is fine. It's just when they get their feet tangled up, right? I think you're going to see a lot of that shoulder-to-shoulder stuff that probably won't get called. I mean, that's always a little bit tricky to whether it came a little bit more in the back.
Now Julian Ramos taking the free kick from about 45 yards out, trying to connect with possibly Graham Odland, and also I think Patrick Klecker was in the vicinity trying to get a header shot, but the Knights are going to clear it away across the far side, and we'll have a throw-in coming up at the edge of the attacking third on the St. Michael-Albertville side. No score between the Cardinals and the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. The throw-in eluded everyone, and Patrick Klecker tried to save it, but it will go across the end line. So goal kick here for St. Michael-Albertville. This is a nice goal kick. It's going to come back onto the Alexandria side, and now the Knights looking to play it, but it gets redirected the other way. Now up in the midfield area, Graham Odland challenging a Knights player, that being Noah Schmoyer. And now it's going to be played over to the far side. Anthony Davis trying to get it. Now it comes over. Now pass into the top of the penalty box area, and the Cardinals are able to clear it out. We're now into the 8th minute of tonight's match. No score on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. This is Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer postseason action from Viking Bank Field at Alexandria Area High School. Here's a little give and go, and Colin Schultz will put one at the goal, but Ethan Carlson will come out, scoop the ball up, and now we'll look to punt it away. This punt on a line gets blocked by the body of one of the Knights players. Now Titus Schmoyer trying to control here. Now we've got Francisco Rodriguez went to the turf. Now I think Davis looking to control it here for St. Michael-Albertville. Played ahead by Jacobo Ramos up into the midfield area. Now a long ball is going to go up the far side. The Knights will look to take over, and now we'll try to work it through the midfield area. Now down back into the Alexandria end. Bo Jones looking to keep it wide, and I think he was able to prevent St. Michael-Albertville from getting a touch of the ball, so we're going to have a goal kick here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, the winner of this match will play either Monticello or Buffalo for the Section 8 AAA title this coming Tuesday night. Monticello is down in Buffalo to play the Bison. That match also started at 7 p.m. Now we've got a challenge for possession here. And here's Julian Ramos playing it over into the middle. Now getting it to Micah Kitzman. And now it's going to be intercepted. St. Michael-Albertville looking to go the other way. The Knights possessing the ball. It's a short pass by Bryson Pierce, playing it back to one of his defensemen. Now it comes to Noah Schmoyer up the left side. And he'll look to get it long. Now down toward Colin Schultz, and I believe it's going to be too long. And another goal kick coming up here for the Alexandria Cardinals.
DMAC, it's kind of scary. Both of these two teams do play very similar, and I think that's what Coach Pham was saying in his pregame interview, but they are very, very similar just in the way they attack and the way they move through the middle.
We're going to take a 30-second break as we enjoy some messages from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in the 10th minute. Alexandria and St. Michael-Albertville are scoreless.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
No score early on in tonight's match, but as St. Michael-Albertville works into the attacking end, the Knights try a crossing pass. Alexandria cleared it across the end line, and that's going to mean a corner kick for St. Michael-Albertville. It's second in tonight's match. Luke Unkpan is now into the match for the Knights. William Huxwell also in, along with Malik Doyu. Among the substitutions, here is a ball, a header cleared away. Now the Knights look to get off a shot, and this one's going to go a little bit wide. And did Alexandria touch it? I believe it may have deflected off the foot of a Cardinal defender or possibly Ethan Carlson's fingertips, because it looks like the Knights are going to be awarded another corner kick. This one will come on the far side over in the northeast corner of the stadium here at Viking Bank Field. And this one will be sent on the turf. Davis is going to send it in front. Now a ball trying to clear it away are the Alexandria Cardinals. And now here is a battle for possession. Julian Ramos and a Knights player battling for it. And I think Alexandria is going to get the possession here. The Cardinals are going to go to their bench as Cohen Medway will make his debut in tonight's match. And he will spell Graham Odland, the player going to the bench here for Alexandria.
He's got a hamstring taped up a little bit that I didn't see last game. Maybe
right.
I missed it, but
now the Knights look to work the ball with a crossing attempt, but the cross spins across the end line, and another goal kick awarded to the Alexandria Cardinals. In terms of territorial advantage, the visitors getting the jump here, but in terms of the goal advantage, neither team has the lead. It's 0-0 here in the 13th minute of the match. Now the Knights racing down to the right side. A crossing attempt cleared away over to the far side. Now it comes into the middle of the field. The Knights trying to track it down. It's going to be played back. And now a shot toward the net by Noah Schmoyer. And that is going to go high. And the net result will be a goal kick for the Cardinals. So Ethan Carlson getting plenty of goal kicks so far tonight. St. Michael-Albertville has put 5 shots at the goal, but only 1 on target, and Ethan Carlson was able to make the save. Now the ball up at the edge of the midfield third on the Cardinals side. Francisco Rodriguez has it, tries to play it long, and it will be redirected the other way by St. Michael-Albertville with a clearing ball, and it will be a throw-in here for Alexandria.
One of the things, DMAC, that Pham talked about was that second possession. Alexandria, where they're having trouble right now, is just getting the first touch off of those goal kicks.
Yeah, and now a ball gets redirected ahead a little bit behind one of the Cardinal players, but now Julian Ramos has it over on the right side. Little nifty footwork by Julian, then back to Auden Zeller, and then a nice separation here as St. Michael-Albertville's Titus Schmoyer is coming back the other way. Lead ball up the left side, and a good job there by Julian Ramos diving to the turf there to separate the Knights player from the ball. And now the Cardinals are going to look to clear it out. And now it's back into the midfield area. Now here is a shot, and this one is going to be blasted by Anthony Davis. That is going to go too high. And we'll have a goal kick coming. St. Michael-Albertville will now bring in Nolan Din for the first time tonight. And Graham Odland will re-enter for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Look for a little switch in position or a little shape switch here by Alexandria.
Still no scores. We're into the 15th minute of tonight's match here at Alexandria Area High School Stadium. Along with Jeff James, this is DMAC Dave McClurg with the play-by-play. Micah Kitzman trying to redirect the ball up into the direction of Patrick Klecker. Now it's going to come back. Graham Odland gets a touch. He's got some room to dribble. Will drop it off. Now racing ahead is Francisco Rodriguez. He's going to play it back to Auden Zeller. Now ahead, a header opportunity by Graham Odland, and St. Michael-Albertville will cover up and sweep it over to the far side, out of bounds. Throw in for Alexandria. And the ball will be put in play. Header goes toward Francisco Rodriguez, and now a battle for possession here, and St. Michael-Albertville is able to come away with it. Din's going to play it back to one of his teammates, and now the launch up ahead by Andrew Lakin. Now it comes to the left side, playing it wide. Noah Schmoyer has it. Now it's going to come, and here's an opportunity as the tackle is going to be made, and I think we're going to have a foul called here on St. Michael-Albertville. And that's going to result in a free kick. I don't think we saw a card coming out here.
No, but he's been talked to, because the important thing about slide tackles is they are dangerous, but if you get the ball first, typically you're not going to get a foul out of that. There you could see he really went into the feet pretty hard.
And now the free kick goes away, and now we've got a free kick, or actually a kick in the flow of play going out. And that's going to lead us to another 30-second break. 17th minute of the match in progress. On the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer, Alexandria and St. Michael-Albertville remain scoreless.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community. As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
As we come back to the live action at Viking Bank Field, a corner kick awarded to St. Michael-Albertville. It does lead to some action in front of the net, but Ethan Carlson is going to come out, and he will make a save on a St. Michael-Albertville shot. Second save of the match for Carlson. He'll punt it away. Battle for possession as the Cardinals, Rogan Anderson trying to control, but here come the Knights back the other way. Noah Schmoyer has it out wide. He's going to send one across. It's going to be cleared away across the end line, and yet another corner kick is going to be forthcoming for St. Michael-Albertville.
And not every time has St. Michael-Albertville done this, but they leave that area probably around the 5-yard of the football field. They have several players there waiting for the Plinko to come back and take that shot. It's kind of a soft area that Alex is going to need to make sure they do something with.
Now a corner kick sent in, and a couple of header passes clear the ball back out. Now the Knights are going to try to get control again. Anthony Davis has it. He's going to play it off to the right side. Now Titus Schmoyer trying to control it here. Now we've got a ball across, and a header goes a little bit wide, and it's going to spin along the sideline and finally go out. And we'll have a goal kick for Alexandria. Head coach Phil Pham's going to make a couple of substitutions. Julian Ramos will re-enter, and also coming in, Jackson Bertram for the Alexandria Cardinals. So Bertram making his debut tonight. Jackson decided not to wear the extra headgear as it was a little bit of a cool evening on Tuesday against Elk River, so we get to see the full locks of Jackson Bertram tonight. Now the goal kick away up to the midfield area. Julian Ramos will send it further up the field with a header, and then the Knights will clear it out. 20th minute of the match now underway. It's Alexandria nothing, St. Michael-Albertville nothing. Scoreboard updates tonight brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. Now Francisco Rodriguez trying a header ball into the direction of Graham Odland. Now a challenge for possession. The Knights will chip it ahead. Now it's redirected here by Camden Costers. Now a ball across, broken up here. Taking it now is the Alexandria Cardinals' Jackson Bertram. Tried to keep it along the sideline, but it will be played out. Now the Knights are going to make some player substitutions. Spencer Timlin is going to come in. Titus Schmoyer will re-enter. I believe Maddox Nordmeyer also coming in as a substitution for the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. The Knights again 1-5-1 in their conference, the Lake Conference. Again, that includes schools such as Minnetonka, Wayzata, Edina, Hopkins, Maple Grove. Buffalo is part of that conference as well. Alexandria 6-2-1 in the Central Lakes Conference. The overall mark a little rosier for Alexandria out of the conference as you add the non-conference wins into the equation. Alexandria 11-2-4 coming into tonight's match. St. Michael-Albertville 7-7-3. Medway tried to play the ball ahead, and the ball, I think, may have
went off the
official.
Head official, so it'll be a drop in possession to Alexandria.
Yep, and Camden Costers has it. He's going to play it over to the left side here, and Julian Ramos trying to battle for it, and now the Knights have it. It's going to be worked up. Maddox Nordmeyer trying to play it ahead here. Cardinals able to get it back. Cohen Medway feeding a ball over toward Julian Ramos on the left side. And then the Knights are going to play it out. Alexandria will be awarded the throw-in. 0-0 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard as we come to you tonight from Viking Bank Field on the campus of Alexandria Area High School. Our videographer is J.P. Boleen. If you happen to be watching tonight on our YouTube channel, we've got Jackson as our KXRA radio studio engineer, and along with JJ, Jeff James, I am DMAC, Dave McClurg with the broadcast coverage. Foul gets called on Alexandria, so the Knights will be awarded a free kick. This will be coming just inside the midfield stripe. It will come about 55, 56 yards off the goal line over toward the far side. And it's going to be a deep ball, and a header is going to go a little bit wide of the target, and a goal kick will be forthcoming for the Alexandria Cardinals. One thing I will say, Jeff, is that St. Michael-Albertville not afraid to try to find the net with some shot opportunities. They already have 9 shots at the goal in this match. And, fortunately for Alexandria, Ethan Carlson has not been taxed too much. He has 2 saves so far in a scoreless game.
Yeah, it's been a lot of good defense here played by Alexandria. Unfortunately, they haven't had as much offense as we'd like to see, but they're playing really good defensive soccer right now.
The Knights able to keep the ball on the Alexandria end. Noah Schmoyer is going to play it back out toward Andrew Lakin. And now it is going to be sent over to the right side. Alexandria nothing, St. Michael-Albertville nothing as we are in the first half. Now almost 24 minutes into the match. Again, the full time is 2 40-minute halves, 80 minutes of regulation time. But unlike the regular season, you cannot have any ties. We will need to have a winner. And the team that prevails here in Alexandria tonight will have the opportunity to play for a state tournament berth on Tuesday. If Buffalo defeats Monticello tonight, then that match would be in Buffalo on Tuesday. If Monticello and Alexandria win tonight, then the match would be in Alexandria. If Monticello and St. Michael-Albertville prevail, then that match would be at the St. Michael-Albertville High School Stadium. A ball goes out of bounds on the far side, so we're going to take another break. 30-second timeout. Actually, it's going to be a free kick, but we'll still go to the timeout here. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in boys soccer. It's Alexandria nothing, St. Michael-Albertville nothing.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Alexandria was awarded a free kick. St. Michael-Albertville was able to defend it quite well, and now the Knights in possession in the midfield area. We're about to go into the 26th minute of tonight's match. It's Alexandria nothing, St. Michael-Albertville nothing. Because we have 2 Central Lakes Conference member teams from the St. Cloud area that are in our conference, I always have the inclination of wanting to call St. Michael-Albertville St. Cloud, but I guess I need to pay 25 cents for every St. Cloud reference that I have outside of the presentation here. So if I inadvertently refer to our guests with the word cloud in their name, I'm going to have to throw a quarter into the kitty here. St. Michael-Albertville is about to get its 6th corner kick of the match, and this is going to come from the right corner. So a left foot bend, and Alexandria able to clear it away briefly, and now it's going to be sent out. Jackson Bertram will play it further up the field, now being challenged by a Knights player, and St. Michael-Albertville will try a long ball the other way. Now it's going to be in the Alexandria zone, but sent out off of the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. So we'll have a throw-in for Alexandria. Played in here by Micah Kitzman over to Bertram. Now back to Kitzman, then to Bertram again. And now a challenge up near midfield. Oh, my. Micah Kitzman challenging Noah Schmoyer for the ball. If you were watching on our YouTube channel, I think both of those players kind of dominoed down to the field. And, to Micah Kitzman's credit, he was able to tumble over, try to get possession of the ball, and then a foul got called. So now Bo Jones is going to take a free kick for Alexandria. This one just inside the midfield stripe. It comes long toward the goal. Ball gets knocked down. Challenge, and St. Michael-Albertville looking to gain possession, but Graham Odlin's going to play it back to one of his teammates, Francisco Rodriguez. Now the Knights will get it back in the midfield area. Jeremiah Purcell is now into the match. He's in the middle on the attack for St. Michael-Albertville. Now a ball comes to the left side, then it comes back into the middle. A shot, save made, and Ethan Carlson could not smother the ball. It kind of spun out of his possession over across the end line, and I believe St. Michael-Albertville is going to be awarded a corner kick here.
Yeah, and this is a lot of corner kicks for a game, let alone for a half.
Yes, this will already be the 7th corner for St. Michael-Albertville in basically about 28 minutes of game time. And this one bent in, but again, a good clear here by Alexandria as it gets sent up toward the midfield area. But then we've got a foul on the Cardinals, and now a free kick will be awarded about 31 yards or so away from the net toward the middle of the field. So Anthony Davis is going to try to convert this free kick to get his team on the board. Davis is a senior captain for the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. And he's awaiting the go-ahead from the officiating crew, and now he will be allowed to approach the ball. Alexandria has 3 defenders kind of forming a wall about 12 yards off of where the ball is spotted. And Davis now will approach the ball, and he's going to send it on net, and it goes a little bit high. He was trying for the upper right corner of the net beyond the outstretched reach of Ethan Carlson. Carlson did jump, but that ball was sailing high, and it never hit any part of the soccer goal apparatus. So it results in a goal kick for Alexandria. Now the ball played up ahead, and it's going to go out off of the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, St. Michael-Albertville and Alexandria did not play each other in the regular season. There may be a possibility that when additional schedule contracts are firmed before the start of the next school year, being that Alexandria will be in Section 8 AAA next fall as well, we could see conceivably a regular season match between the Knights and the Cardinals. Now St. Michael-Albertville has it deep. A crossing attempt got broken up. Now Alexandria gets it. Graham Odland will try to play it over, and now it's intercepted. Here comes a shot toward the goal, and it's going to spin a little bit wide, and goal kick will be coming here for Alexandria. And now some substitutions. It looks like St. Michael-Albertville head coach Tomas Rodriguez is going to bring about 5 different players back in. Aiden Seman-Khan is one of the players re-entering. Then Colin Schultz also re-entering for the Knights. And a couple of his teammates also coming back in. So St. Michael-Albertville has been able to shuttle a few more players off the bench into the match. Now we've got a ball redirected, but it comes off the side of Cam Costers, and that leads to a shot for Davis, but that's going to be wide. And it's going to, I believe, result in a corner kick as the ball got deflected out. So an 8th corner kick here in the opening half for St. Michael-Albertville.
You're going to see how good conditioning is for Alexandria, because that is one of the things that the Knights have been able to do. Is I don't know if anybody has stayed on the pitch
for the full 31 minutes.
For the full 31 minutes for St. Michael-Albertville.
So now the Cardinals do clear the ball away. It's played up into the midfield third. Again, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, St. Michael-Albertville is wearing the white jersey tops and the white shorts, and the flow of play for the visiting Knights is right to left here in this first half. Now out top, Davis took a tumble, and the ball got cleared away, so a good tackle there for Alexandria. Now the Knights looking to possess here, and Alexandria breaks the passing sequence up. The Cardinals will play it out. Julian Ramos is trying to battle a Knights player for possession, but St. Michael-Albertville gets it back. It's going to be played wide. The Knights are going to look to play one across. That may have been deflected across the end line, or nope.
Looks like they're going to give.
Yep, it is going to be another corner kick for St. Michael-Albertville, so that will be number 9 here in the first half.
Oh, we have somebody. Oh, are they up?
Yep, I believe we're going to have a Cardinal player coming out. I believe that's going to be senior Camden Costers. And we'll have Cohen Medway re-entering here for Alexandria. So the Knights will take the kick from the right corner here. No score in this Section 8 AAA boys soccer semifinal. The Knights have had a lot of possession on the Alexandria side. Ball in front, popped up in the air and plucked out of the air by Ethan Carlson. Let's see a replay for our YouTube audience as Quality Real Estate brings you the instant replay. Again, good deflection up in the air, kind of a volleyball tip, if you will, by the goalkeeper, Ethan Carlson, and then he plucked it and kept possession to make sure that St. Michael-Albertville would not get a shot on goal. Now the challenge along the sideline, it will go off a Knights player, resulting in a throw-in for Alexandria. And it will be played in here. Arching throw-in toward Graham Odlin, then it's going to come back to the player that did send it in, that being Auden Zeller for the Cardinals. Zeller with another throw, and this time he's going to send it to the defensive backfield, but now you've got a Knights player racing in. I believe that's Bryson Pierce for the Knights, kind of working his way along the goal line. Micah Kitzman separated him from the ball, but it's going to be another corner kick for St. Michael-Albertville. So far, the Knights are 0 for 9 on corners in tonight's game. They have gotten, I believe, one shot on goal off of these 9 corner kicks. This one coming from the northwest corner of the field. It comes in, a header, and that one's going to go a little bit wide.
I think there's going to get another corner out of it, though.
So the Cardinals deflect, and, another corner kick. So I may run out of space on the right side of my stat sheet here as the Knights are about to take their 11th corner kick of the match. Now it's going to be angled in front and a clear away by Alexandria, but now a shot broken up. Now another shot, and that gets knocked away by Ethan Carlson and played back out. Now a long ball is going to come through down toward the goal line, and now a little flick of a ball, and I believe it's going to be across the end line, and I think Alexandria is going to be awarded a goal kick here. So the Knights not able to keep it in play. Jackson Bertram is getting set to re-enter for the Alexandria Cardinals. I think Cam Costers, I thought he might also be coming in, but I think he went to go pick up a warm-up cutoff for one of his teammates, Jackson Bertram, who re-entered. Again, St. Michael-Albertville owning a territorial advantage tonight, but the Knights have yet to break the ice. We are still scoreless now in the 35th minute of the match. Now throw-in will be forthcoming here. Oh, I'm sorry, it's going to be a foul on Alexandria. Free kick here for St. Michael-Albertville. And this one will be played along the far sideline. It'll be about 18 or 19, well, actually probably about 24 yards or so off the goal line. So this free kick will probably come with a bit of a bend in it if indeed it does come on goal. Or maybe it'll end up being a crossing pass where you can find somebody such as Colin Schultz who has some space on the cross. Nope, it's going to be a shot toward the goal, and that's going to go over the net. Let's take our final break during first half play-by-play on our Leighton Media platforms. Late first half in Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer. Alexandria and St. Michael-Albertville remain scoreless.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community. As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
The 37th minute of the match is in progress right now. Still no score on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. D-Mac and JJ Jeff James bringing you the live play-by-play on our Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube and also on KXRA Radio tonight. Thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, bringing you tonight's live play-by-play. Now the Knights looking to work it in front. Crossing pass. Now an opportunity gets played to the left side. Noah Schmoyer will try to send one across in front, and the one-timer is going to be sent over the net. That is now 16 shots at the Alexandria goal by the visitors tonight. Only 3 have been on goal. So Ethan Carlson has 3 saves so far tonight. Alexandria has not had much offensive zone time at all in the match this evening. And just 1 shot at the goal for the Cardinals. That actually was on goal in the early moments of the game.
We're going to have a foul here on the far side.
Yep, and this is going to result in an Alexandria free kick here in the 38th minute. At intermission, we will have our mid-game report brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. We hope you'll stay tuned for that. The winner of this game will continue its season into next week to play in the Section 8 AAA semifinals. One Alexandria team will already be playing in a Section 8 AAA semifinal. That's coming up in less than 24 hours from now. We'll share details as part of our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report. Now a ball gets sent to the right side. The Knights playing it outside of the penalty box area. Now a crossing attempt comes in front, and Alexandria has Francisco Rodriguez steering the ball over to the left side. Now the Cardinals will try to dribble it up the field. Now it's going to be played by Bertram, and then back to Francisco Rodriguez. He's going to come across a little bit into the direction of Patrick Klecker, but now it's going to be intercepted. And here's a race the other way as Noah Schmoyer has it for St. Michael-Albertville. He's going to play it to Colin Schultz, then back to Noah Schmoyer. No score here in the first half, and now I think we're going to have play stopped, and Alexandria will be awarded a free kick here. Jeff, we talked a little bit earlier about the physical nature of play. We have not had a ton of whistles due to, fouls and everything like that. What's your assessment?
Yeah, I mean, just a few more than like the first half of last or the quarterfinal game, but it's not physical in the way that you would be thinking, oh, it's a cheap foul. It's just good hard play right now.
Now we've got a ball in the midfield third. Francisco Rodriguez putting it up in the air. Kind of a 50-50 ball redirected here by Andrew Lakin for St. Michael-Albertville. Now the Knights will try to go long, but I believe the ball will bounce across the end line, resulting in a goal kick for Alexandria. The Cardinals 11-2-4 on the year, facing St. Michael-Albertville, which plays in the Lake Conference, where the Knights only won 1 league game. St. Michael-Albertville's overall record at 7-7-3, so they have done quite well outside of the conference. Now here's Francisco Rodriguez trying to feed a crossing pass to a teammate. It's going to be cleared back the other way, and I believe we're going to reach the end of the first half with no goals for either side. So 40 minutes into the regulation time. The score that we have at the half was the score that we had about 40 minutes of game time ago. Alexandria nothing, St. Michael-Albertville nothing in this Section 8 AAA boys soccer semifinal. Stick around on our Leighton Media platforms. We are just minutes away from the Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report after we enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Backed up on their side of the field, so we talked a little bit about, some of the keys earlier on about trying to control the play of the midfield, and it seems like St. Michael-Albertville gets the check mark there. And while the Cardinals have been on the defensive side, the St. Michael-Albertville Knights, have had some scoring chances and everything. A lot of their shots have been off target, but do you have a level of concern right now considering how backed up the Cardinals have been on their own side of the field?
I mean, you always have to take it as a bit of concern when you're playing that much in your defensive third, but I would be more concerned if the scoring chances were grade A scoring chances and there were double what there already is, because with that many corner kicks, you should have, statistics would say that you're going to get a goal with that many corner kicks. So I think one of the things where I'm more concerned is when we talked about those second balls that Coach Pham was talking about, Alexandria is just not really getting a chance to even get that first touch to have a second ball, right? And that's something where we're going to need to have some sort of adjustment coming out of half.
Yeah, and it does seem like St. Michael-Albertville has had a number of good first touches where they're able to, I don't know if it's the shape of how they're spreading their people out, but they are able to get second balls because of, effective first touches and then moving the ball ahead.
Right, and one of the things that you could do, coming out of the half is to change your shape and put a little bit more emphasis on, attacking, which Alexandria very well may do. Because their defense is playing solid. They're just playing a lot of it right now. And that's the part that it's a wear down thing. It's you expend so much energy playing defense that it's hard to transition, where the transitions for St. Michael-Albertville have been very smooth and plenty.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Again, no goals for either side. That's the good news. The other stats kind of heavily favoring the guests tonight. Shots at the goal, so these would either be shots where the opposing team's goalie made a save or shots off target. 16 for St. Michael-Albertville and 1 for Alexandria. The Cardinals' shot did require sophomore keeper Eli Schmoyer to make a save in that opening half. Ethan Carlson only was required to make 3 saves in the opening half. But part of the reason why St. Michael-Albertville has gotten a lot of shots at the goal, a heavy number of corner kicks, 11 in the first half for the Knights. Alexandria did not take a single corner in the first half of play. Another variable that, Jeff, we did see, it seemed like Tomas Rodriguez, the head coach of St. Michael-Albertville, not afraid to use players off the bench. I think he already has 7 non-starters that have gotten into this game. Alexandria interim head coach Phil Pham has gone to his bench some, but not to the level that St. Michael-Albertville has.
No, and that is a concern for later in the contest. I don't, if I was out there playing, I'd be gassed already, but the fact that these guys are young and in shape, we'll just see how good of shape they are.
We will find out in just minutes. Again, the second half is on the horizon. Alexandria and St. Michael-Albertville are scoreless in this Section 8 AAA boys soccer semifinal. Thanks to Eldon's Fresh Foods for presenting our mid-game report. We'll enjoy a few words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage, then back with the second half of boys playoff soccer next.
Resorts Marine in Osakas. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakas.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel. Go Cardinals!
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Thanks for connecting with us for our Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer playoff coverage tonight on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. We thank Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor as you watch tonight's Section Boys Soccer Playoff on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. As you're watching on YouTube, St. Michael-Albertville goalkeeper Eli Schmoyer will now be off to our left, so the Knights will be flowing left to right here in the second half of play. So Ethan Carlson is now situated in the south goal. I think he might be the only athlete on the field that gets to play 3 varsity events here in this stadium this week. Tomorrow night, he'll be the place kicker when the Alexandria Cardinal football team hosts Brainerd at 7 o'clock. The Cardinals are seeking a win to capture the North Star North District Championship. Alexandria is 5-1, Brainerd 3-3 going into that contest. Now St. Michael-Albertville gets the opening kick to start the second half, and the Knights are going to operate on the Alexandria side of the field. Now it's going to be played over toward the middle, and now the Knights have it here, and we've got a player sending it off, and now a crossing attempt got broken up, and a good clear here by the Alexandria Cardinals' Patrick Klecker. Now the ball will come back the other way. Now taking it Lane Jeffrey for St. Michael-Albertville. He'll now send it toward his teammate Talon Signs. Now back on the attacking third. Here comes the shot to the goalkeeper, and Ethan Carlson will make the save. So that will be his 4th save of tonight's match. And he's going to roll the ball out to Jacobo Ramos and let him try to work the ball up, and Alexandria may work a sideline, but nope, the ball goes in the middle to Rogan Anderson. Then back to Jacobo Ramos, now up toward Graham Odland. Now battle for possession. Odland's going to play it back. Now Auden Zeller tries to work it ahead. St. Michael-Albertville gets it back. Now a redirect here by the Alexandria Cardinals back into the midfield third. Now the ball played along the side by St. Michael-Albertville. Now it's going to come back into the middle. Now Anthony Davis getting to the ball. He'll take a shot, and that's going to go a little bit wide off to the right of the target. So goal kick coming here for Alexandria. Coach Phil Pham is going to go to the bench as he's going to bring Andrew Mayer into the contest here. Cam Costers is going to check out. Hopefully he's okay. I mean, I know that he was sidelined for a portion of the regular season, but good to see Cam back on the pitch at the end of the regular season and to start this section tournament. Now Jacobo Ramos battling Knights player for possession, and it's going to be out, and I think we're going to have another corner kick coming up for St. Michael-Albertville. The Knights have been doing a nice job when that ball goes down to the goal line of trying to get a corner kick opportunity. And Talon Signs will send it over in front. It's going to take a bounce and then again sent too high. Davis open in the middle, but he sent it up over the crossbar and out of play. So another goal kick opportunity. Nope, it's going to be played over to Jacobo Ramos now toward Patrick Klecker. Klecker's going to play it back now toward Julian Ramos. Then around, and Jacobo Ramos has it. Now it comes toward the defensive backfield here, and Alexandria looking to redirect, and Klecker's going to play it up and to the midfield area. But now here's a shot that's going to roll on the keeper, and I think that was Noah Schmoyer taking that shot, but easy save there for the senior Ethan Carlson. And now he will punt the ball away. Again, he gets a little bit of a breeze at his back. And now a bouncing ball and a race the other way. And St. Michael-Albertville is going to clear it over across the near sideline. I think Titus Schmoyer was able to play that out. So now Alexandria will have a throw-in actually on the offensive side at the edge of the attacking third. Micah Kitzman will play this in for the Alexandria Cardinals. He sends it down toward the corner, and Graham Odland was trying to keep the ball on his knee and possibly get it down to the turf and maybe dribble through, but it's going to be off of him, and a goal kick awarded here to St. Michael-Albertville. No scores. We're now in the 45th minute of tonight's match. 80 minutes makes up full time in regulation. Again, we will have a winner here, whether it's in regulation time, in an extra session or two, or even with PKs. PK standing for penalty kicks. Now Julian Ramos got tackled and lost possession of the ball. St. Michael-Albertville coming back the other way. Now Micah Kitzman looks to redirect here. The Knights will play it with some short passes. Now trying to work it up the field left side. And now Anthony Davis got met by an Alexandria player, so the ball gets played back. Now a crossing attempt comes to the near side, and it's going to be sent the other way on a header clear by Ramos, but now the Knights have it again. Working it to the edge of the penalty box. Now a shot toward the net. Cleared away here by the keeper, Ethan Carlson. But again, St. Michael-Albertville able to keep the pressure on, but now we've got a ball that gets sent a little bit wide, and the Knights not able to track it down. So Ethan Carlson with the opportunity to take a goal kick, but we've seen a couple of times where he's actually flung the ball or rolled the ball to a teammate, and then the Cardinals try to use the sideline to work the ball up. Now Patrick Klecker has it, trying to connect here with Rogan Anderson. Now back, and Klecker has it, trying to get moving on the dribble up the left sideline. He'll stop, and I believe it's tipped out. St. Michael-Albertville will be awarded the throw-in here.
And DMAC, going back to your earlier point about rolling it out or doing those kicks to the side, that's just an attempt to get a better first possession.
Yep, now here's Rogan Anderson with a long ball back the other way, trying to track it down, Graham Odland, and I think the ball went off of St. Michael-Albertville, and Alexandria is going to get its first corner kick of the night. And this will be over in the far right corner here. Let's see if the Cardinals can convert on a scoring opportunity here. It's going to be sent down the turf. The Knights are going to play it high in the air, playing it wide, and now out to the edge of the box. Now a header, and that's going to be cleared away by St. Michael-Albertville. Again, 0-0 here in half number 2. We're now into the 48th minute of the match. Now a race the other way as St. Michael-Albertville has a player looking to drive, and now the ball got separated from the Knights player as Alexandria will clear it over to the far side.
I think that might be... Was that a foul called there?
No, I think it was just I think it got cleared out. I don't know if we actually did have a throw-in. If it was a throw-in, it was real quick. But the Knights get control here. Bryson Pierce playing it over to the left side, now into the direction of Davis. Then it's going to come back toward the defensive backfield here. Now a crossing attempt. Alexandria clears it across the end line, and the Knights will get their second corner kick of the half and number 13 for the match. Now Alexandria's defends these corner kicks pretty well. Here's a bender again, cleared over to the near side here. St. Michael-Albertville's trying to gain possession. Aiden Saman Khan trying to battle for the ball here, and I think he was able to get it off of Patrick Klecker. Boy, St. Michael-Albertville does a nice job at initiating corner kick opportunities. And the 14th of the night is going to be coming here. Now, this will not be Saman Khan taking the corner kick, but I believe it's going to be his teammate, Rovi Camacho. And this one in front, it's going to be plucked out of the air by the keeper, Ethan Carlson. So no shot on goal there, and Carlson will punt the ball away. Nope, he's going to roll the ball. And again, this will come to the left side. Jacobo Ramos will look to play it up the field, but again, St. Michael-Albertville will take control. Titus Schmoyer for the Knights now looking to play it ahead. Now it comes back, and Alexandria's on Zeller, or Julian Ramos will play it ahead, but again, the Knights able to get it back. playing it up the left side on the dribble. Now a shot toward the keeper, and Ethan Carlson will see this one come his way, and he'll smother it, making his 6th save of the night. And now he faked the rollout, and now he's going to punt the ball away. Gets a deep punt, and it's going to be a header by St. Michael-Albertville back to a teammate. And now the ball working through. Anthony Davis with some room on the dribble. Stops. Now we'll send it off. And here is Seymonkon getting bottled up pretty good there. Now we're going to have a ball that goes off the Knights across the end line, and we're going to have a goal kick here. St. Michael-Albertville is going to go to the bench as Luke Ungpan will be coming in. Noah Schmoyer coming in. I think we also have Nolan Maddox Nordmeyer also in as a substitution for St. Michael-Albertville.
You know, the impressive thing, too, D-Mac, with all the substitutions, and you see this with Alexandria as well, but we just haven't done it as much, is there's not much drop-off.
No, it seems to be a pretty consistent level of play here. Now the Cardinals, Julian Ramos, able to work his way on the dribble into the midfield third. Now at the edge of the attack zone. Julian Ramos still with the ball. Now trying to play it off toward Graham Odland. It gets sent wide by St. Michael-Albertville. And now the ball up ahead. It's going to be redirected here by Auden Zeller and sent out. And that's going to lead us into a break. 30-second timeout. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in the second half in Section 8 AAA boys soccer. Alexandria and St. Michael-Albertville remain scoreless.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
The St. Michael-Albertville Knights were able to surge into the Alexandria end, eventually getting a crossing pass, but the Alexandria Cardinals were able to clear the ball away, and now St. Michael-Albertville back to play it in on its own side of the field. We're into minute number 53 of tonight's match. Under 28 to go in regulation time. Alexandria and St. Michael-Albertville remain scoreless in this Section 8 AAA semifinal. The winner will play for a section championship next Tuesday. Here's Ethan Carlson punting the ball away. Patrick Klecker challenging a Knights player for possession, and it's going to be out of bounds on the near side off of the Knights. So now Francisco Rodriguez, nope, it's going to be, I think, Jacobo Ramos to play it in here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Alexandria 11-2-4 coming in. St. Michael-Albertville playing in the very challenging Lake Conference 7-7-3. Throw in, and it's going to be out, and this will be off of Alexandria. Throw in now for the Knights. Now played ahead here by William Hawkswell, who's into the game. And now up near midfield, it looks like Julian Ramos and Anthony Davis were battling for possession, and a foul gets called on the Knights. So Julian Ramos will take this free kick from just shy of midfield, so roughly 62 yards away from the St. Michael-Albertville goal. It is outside the left football hash marks. This one will come on a line, and a bouncer, header toward the goal, and the save is going to be made here. So it was a header shot for Alexandria, just the second shot on goal for the Alexandria Cardinals tonight. But Eli Schmoyer able to make the save. Now the Knights, Anthony Davis trying to trigger ahead. Julian Ramos will play it back to Auden Zeller, who will redirect it back to midfield. Now a long ball up the left side, and it's going to be bouncing out of bounds. And I think, let's see, it will be St. Michael-Albertville with the throw-in here at the edge of the attacking third. Now along the goal line, Rovi Camacho about 10 yards off, plays it back out. Now a challenge for possession. Here's a shot. Rolls a little bit wide, and that's going to go across the end line, resulting in an Alexandria goal kick. So the Cardinals have still held the Knights off the scoreboard. 7 shots on goal now for St. Michael-Albertville compared to 2 for Alexandria. Now Titus Schmoyer will re-enter for St. Michael-Albertville. And Ethan Carlson, the senior keeper for the Alexandria Cardinals, will approach the ball. He'll work it toward the left side, but again, St. Michael-Albertville able to take it. Here comes the lead ball ahead, and it's defended by Alexandria. Takes a sideways bounce. It's going to be played back out. A support pass is going to come into the direction of Lane Jeffrey. Jeffrey trying to work one ahead on the dribble here toward Noah Schmoyer. Now Alexandria regains possession. Rodriguez getting it to Jacobo Ramos. Now up toward Graham Odlin. Now to Patrick Klecker. Then it's going to come across, and a ball gets sent further up the field onto the St. Michael-Albertville side. Now a ball redirected the other way. Header pass by Bo Jones out toward Francisco Rodriguez. Again, right at the edge of the attacking third. Now St. Michael-Albertville trying to move through, but Ethan Carlson is going to scoop the ball up here, preventing a night shot. He'll roll the ball out toward Francisco Rodriguez. Fran up the left side, goes long, trying to connect here with Patrick Klecker. Klecker is able to track it down. Crossing attempt, a shot and a goal! Oh my, the finish is there! As Patrick Klecker was able to spot it, and it's going to be a goal for the Alexandria Cardinals. And Alexandria's on the board. Quality Real Estate brings you the instant replay for our YouTube audience there. A nice sideline pass from Jacobo Ramos up to Patrick Klecker, and then he found the cross. I don't know if it was Graham Odlin who got the goal for Alexandria, but the Cardinals are on the board here in the 56th minute of the match. And Alexandria has broken the scoreless tie, and it is now a 1-0 lead for the Alexandria Cardinals. Boy, what a nice lead ball up there for the Alexandria Cardinals, leading to that scoring opportunity. So 1-0 now the score for Alexandria on just the third shot of the night for the Cardinals. And I think it may be Rogan Anderson that's going to get credit for the goal here. I know JP is doing meticulous work on the instant replay. I don't believe it was Graham Odlin because, Jeff, one of the distinctive features about Graham is he's got the wrap on his right leg. Right. And it didn't seem to me that he was the one that received that cross there.
And then I think, I'm pretty sure that Rogan might have got a yellow card there as well after, maybe in the celebration, because he was sent to the sideline, and the referee was messing around with his pocket there.
Yeah. So now a 1-0 lead for Alexandria, and I believe at the moment we're going to credit Rogan Anderson with that goal to break the ice here in the second half of play. And it is Rogan Anderson getting the score for the Cardinals. And Patrick Klecker will get the assist in the 56th minute. I'm going to ask you, Jeff, my thoughts. I would like to consider Patrick Klecker for the assist for being our Culver's play of the game there. What do you think about that?
That was a beautiful cross. Yep. And I think it's well-deserving.
So we'll go with the assist to Patrick Klecker on the goal for Rogan Anderson. So Patrick Klecker's crossing pass is our Culver's play of tonight's game. And now Alexandria is going to be awarded a corner kick here. And the Cardinals getting just their second corner in tonight's game. Francisco Rodriguez is the one that will take the corner kick. And it's going to be cleared to the outside. And now it comes toward the keeper who's going to stop it. And we'll have a goal kick here for St. Michael-Albertville. We're now into minute number 58 of the match, and we do have a score as Alexandria's Rogan Anderson gets his team on the board. It's 1-0 for the Cardinals. Now the ball played up, and it goes out along the far side. And a throw-in will be forthcoming for Alexandria. Again, it's win or go home for the second-seeded Alexandria Cardinals and the third-seeded St. Michael-Albertville Knights. Now here is Francisco Rodriguez playing a ball long. Patrick Klecker trying to do some work along the side. The Knights kind of get a slide ball out of bounds. Now the throw-in, and it's going to be along the goal line. And did it go off St. Michael-Albertville, or is it going to be ruled a goal kick?
I think they're going to say a goal kick here.
Yep, St. Michael-Albertville will take the goal kick. So we're now into minute number 59 of tonight's match. Alexandria 1, St. Michael-Albertville no score. This is for a berth in the section final on Tuesday of this coming week. Now the St. Michael-Albertville Knights are going to play it up. Right side, Luke Unkpan trying to play it over. Now here's a crossing attempt, and I think it's going to be off the foot of Anthony Davis, and it's going to go out. Now Knights head coach Tomas Rodriguez will bring some different players in. I think Rovi Camacho will come in. Bryson Pierce will re-enter, and Aiden Semankan will come in. So a goal kick here for the Alexandria Cardinals. D-Mac and Jeff James, happy to have you along tonight on our Leighton Media platforms. Whether you're watching on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube or listening in the traditional method on KXRA Radio. We've got Jackson as our studio engineer back at Master Control on Broadway Street at KXRA in Alexandria. JP Boleen is our videographer on location here at Viking Bank Field. Now again, some surge into the offensive zone. A shot attempt by Davis got redirected here by Alexandria, never making it on goal. Now Cohen Medway jostling with the player here for St. Michael-Albertville, and the Knights get it back. Now Camacho is going to send it across, a one-timer by Davis, and the save is going to be made here. That's now 8 saves in the match for the senior keeper, Ethan Carlson. He is hoping this will not be his last match of his varsity career. For him to play next Tuesday night, Alexandria has to gain the victory. Now here's a long ball up the sideline and out. That's going to lead us into a 30-second break. We're now into the 61st minute in the Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Semifinal. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It is Alexandria 1, St. Michael-Albertville no score.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
D-Mac and JJ back with you from the Alexandria Area High School Stadium. St. Michael-Albertville trying to put some offensive pressure on, trailing 1-0, but now Alexandria doing a nice job clearing the ball. Graham Odlin feeds it over to Patrick Klecker on the left side. Klecker's going to spin it across the field over toward the right corner, and it will go out of bounds. Nope, it's kept in by St. Michael-Albertville, so it did not reach that far sideline. Now the Knights, Noah Schmoyer working it up the left side here, and it is going to go deep, and it will go all the way across the end line, resulting in a goal kick, or we could see goalkeeper Ethan Carlson fire the ball over to one of his defensive backs. Nope, looks like he's going to place the ball on the turf here, so he will take the goal kick. Now Nolan Din will re-enter for the St. Michael-Albertville boys soccer team. Again, both these teams won quarterfinal matches, both by 2 goals the other night. St. Michael-Albertville blanking Bemidji 2-0, while Alexandria was a 4-2 winner over Elk River. Now here comes Davis working up with a head of steam, playing it over to the left side. Now here comes a shot on goal right at Ethan Carlson, and the save is made. I want to tell you, Ethan has been most engaged in tonight's match for the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, a lot of this match, I would say in terms of territorial advantage, a good 80 to 85% of this match, if not more, has been spent on the Alexandria side of the field. So that means Alexandria keeper Ethan Carlson has been quite busy, making 9 saves, and I think we may have had the presentation of a yellow card here.
He doesn't really present them, though. He most likely just walks them over.
Yeah. So Auden Zeller is going to check out, and this is going to bring Ryan Sandin in. And I know Ryan played on Tuesday night in the win against Elk River, but Coach Phil Pham has been a little less liberal in terms of utilizing his bench here. He's brought Cohen Medway in off the bench, Andrew Mayer off the bench, and now Ryan Sandin. Not a whole lot of other substitutions in tonight's match. And I think we had, after the yellow card, I think Alexandria will have the opportunity to play the ball here. We're about to move into the 64th minute of tonight's match. Alexandria 1, St. Michael-Albertville nothing. Glenwood State Bank brings you our scoreboard updates. And now Ethan Carlson had the ball dropped at his feet. He'll touch it, and now will punt it away. High punt, and this will take a bounce on the turf here. Cohen Medway going for it for Alexandria, but St. Michael-Albertville has some players there. Now the Knights will try to transition with a long ball, but this is going to come back to the edge of the box. Ethan Carlson will scoop it up. I thought he might fire it away, but instead will send another punt in the air. Now up into the midfield area, redirected here by the Alexandria Cardinals. Now taking it is Jackson Bertram. Bertram, another player that's coming off the bench for Alexandria. Now a ball comes through, redirected by the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. Now up into the midfield area. The Knights looking to transition. Here's Francisco Rodriguez. He'll drop off a short pass to his teammate Julian Ramos. Nice spin move by Ramos to maintain possession of the ball. Ramos with some room to dribble. Julian about 25 yards out. Got stopped, and they are going to rule a foul here on the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. And evidently a little bit of extra mustard there, and that should mean a free kick for Alexandria right in the middle of the field. This could be a prime scoring opportunity for the Alexandria Cardinals to double their advantage. Francisco Rodriguez takes that free kick, but it gets angled out wide to the left. So the Cardinals tried to move quickly there, but St. Michael-Albertville will get the goal kick. And that will allow Spencer Timlin, Jeremiah Purcell, and Ben Bierman to enter for the Knights. I tell you, JJ Tomas Rodriguez not afraid to use the people off the bench, trying to keep guys fresh. And, so far it has not resulted in any scores. So even if Alexandria per player is getting more time on the field, right, they've been able to endure up to this point.
Yeah, he's been really, really liberal with his transitions here.
Now Alexandria is going to sweep the ball across the far sideline, resulting in a throw-in for St. Michael-Albertville in the attacking third. Now a shot attempt got blocked. I think Julian Ramos was able to step in there, forcing St. Michael-Albertville to regroup. Now a crossing attempt into the middle of the field, and a nice clear here by Bo Jones. Now back in the midfield area, Memphis Timlin trying to control it here for the Knights. Now it's going to come into the direction of Purcell. Alexandria 1, St. Michael-Albertville no score, second half. Cohen Medway now getting the ball. He's going to send it across, but the Knights are going to intercept, and they'll look to set up once again. Now the ball in the midfield third. Now a lead ball ahead, and it's going to be taken here by the Knights, or is it off the foot of a St. Michael-Albertville player? I think that Knights player along the far side feeling that he got fouled, but no call was made.
I think he was called for the foul.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's going to be the case, and that might be why he threw his arms out, like wondering, why me or
what did I do?
Me?
Yeah.
So a free kick here for Alexandria. And this time it's going to be defenseman Bo Jones to take it. He'll send it up the right side. Now the Knights looking to redirect, but Julian Ramos will stop it with his body. Tries a little shift on the dribble here, but now it's going to be Anthony Davis trying to gain control. Sending it over to Nora Schmoyer on the left side. Now toward Davis, but into traffic the ball goes. Then it's going to be played back out. St. Michael-Albertville looking for that equalizer as we're now in the 68th minute of the match. Long ball through, and it's going to be cleared over to the near side by the Alexandria Cardinals, and it's going to be played and out, and it will be a throw-in for the Cardinals. 30-second break for us. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in the second half of Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer. Alexandria leads St. Michael-Albertville 1-0.
I'm a nurse at heart. I mean, I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Where did that one jump in? Back to live action. Cohen Medway was able to get a nice crossing attempt and a shot on goal where the keeper Eli Schmoyer was able to make the save. And then St. Michael-Albertville comes back the other way and sends a cross, but Ethan Carlson comes out to intercept. Now he'll punt it away. Deep ball about 55 to 60 yards up the field into the St. Michael-Albertville end. And now Eli Schmoyer will come out and cover the ball up here for St. Michael-Albertville at the edge of the penalty box. We're into the 69th minute of the match. The only goal of the night provided by Rogan Anderson in minute number 56 off a excellent cross by Patrick Klecker, and that has Alexandria in front 1-0. Now the Knights have the ball back. Memphis Timlin's going to play it to one of his teammates. Now it's going to be sent over to the right side. Purcell has it. Now a battle for possession, and now I think we're going to have a stoppage here and a foul. Who is the foul going to be whistled on? As we have a player a little bit slow.
We're going to get a yellow on a Knight here.
Yep, I think Jacobo Ramos was the player that has not yet gotten up onto his feet, and as a result, that may result in the yellow, which we have not seen for St. Michael-Albertville. But meanwhile, Britt Ludwig, the certified athletic trainer with Heartland Orthopedic Specialists, out to check on Jacobo Ramos. I believe Jacobo will probably come out, and I think we're going to have Auden Zeller back on the field for Alexandria when play resumes here in the 70th minute. Again, the winner of this match will face either Monticello or Buffalo in the Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Championship round on Tuesday night. The other semi between Buffalo and Monticello is presently ongoing.
I don't think we're going to get a yellow here. I think they talked about it, the two officials, and I think it's going to be just a common foul here. And
so I would.
Ramos is up now.
Yep, and he is standing up, and he does have a noticeable limp, but he is walking over to the Alexandria bench area on his own power. So hopefully he just gets a little bit of liquid into his body and takes a rest over on the bench, and hopefully we'll see him back into the game very soon. So I think the free kick is going to be awarded to the Alexandria Cardinals here. Luke Unkpan will re-enter along with Malik Doyu for the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. And I think the free kick is actually going to be taken here by Ethan Carlson. And he's going to play it up the left sideline, and it's going to be off the head of Jackson Bertram, spinning along the sideline. It did stay in play. So now we're going to have St. Michael-Albertville gaining possession of the ball, but stepping in now is Klecker to intercept the ball and trying to play it the other way. Now it gets sent out, and Alexandria will be awarded a throw in right near midfield. We're now into minute number 71 of the match. Alexandria 1, St. Michael-Albertville no score. A looping ball by Francisco Rodriguez, and coming out to pluck it off the bounce is Eli Schmoyer, the sophomore keeper for St. Michael-Albertville. Now the ball up in the midfield area. Challenging for it is Jackson Bertram, and he'll try to redirect it ahead, but St. Michael-Albertville knocks it down. Noah Schmoyer is going to try to work it up the right side. It comes into the direction of William Hawkswell. Hawkswell having it along the sideline here. Now trying to drop it in deep, and Alexandria's Bo Jones will clear it. That one nearly hit the flag over in the corner here. It stayed on the, what we would like to say, the good side of the flag, because St. Michael-Albertville will have a throw-in. And it's going to be played in, cleared out by Alexandria over toward the sideline. Now Noah Schmoyer trying to track it down for St. Michael-Albertville, and now we're going to have a stoppage, and I think Alexandria will be assessed a foul, and Noah Schmoyer will try to take the free kick here right near the sideline, no more than 5 yards off the sideline. The ball gets bent in. It's sent high in the air. Challenge here. Header ball, and it's going to bounce across the end line harmlessly there, and it's going to result in a goal kick for Alexandria. If the Cardinals can prevail, their season will extend into Tuesday night to play either Buffalo or Monticello for a berth in the State Class 3A Boys Soccer Tournament. Here is Francisco Rodriguez trying to play it ahead. Now up challenging for it is Jackson Bertram, and Noah Schmoyer has it back. And now Schmoyer sends the Cardinals' Bertram to the turf, and that has a bunch of Alexandria fans up in arms here. And I don't believe they whistled a foul. I think
they whistled a foul, but I think everybody wants a yellow, because that was definitely a two-hand into the back.
Yep. But I believe it's going to be ruled a common foul here, so free kick here for Alexandria's Bo Jones. The Cardinals with a 1-0 lead, trying to knock out the tournament's number 3 seed. Here is Bo Jones sending it up the field. It's going to be knocked down, and I believe Malik Doyu will send it ahead here for St. Michael-Albertville. Now up toward Anthony Davis. He's going to play it to the right side, and a nice slide here by Bo Jones to get to the ball. Now he'll dribble up the sideline here. Now Jones defending or battling a St. Michael-Albertville player. The Knights are able to get it back. Alexandria leading 1-0 in the 73rd minute of the match. Again, it's win or go home for the Alexandria Cardinals and the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. Here's Davis trying to work through. Now he got slowed up as there's a dual 50-50 ball, and the ball's going to go out along the far side. Let's take our final break during play-by-play here. Minute number 74 of the match. And on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in boys soccer, Alexandria leads St. Michael-Albertville 1-0.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community. As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Welcome back to our live broadcast coverage of Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer in the Section 8 AAA tournament. Alexandria leading St. Michael-Albertville 1-0, but as the Knights play the ball long, the Cardinals clear it over across the end line, and we'll have our 15th corner kick of the night for St. Michael-Albertville. Rovi Camacho's corner headed over to the near sideline, and it's going to be played out of bounds. The Knights will have a throw-in. 75th minute of the match is in progress here, and the Knights are still looking for the tying score. Now a ball in front. The Cardinals trying to clear it out. St. Michael-Albertville will have it. Here is Noah Schmoyer trying to play it in front with a cross, redirected by Alexandria. Now Graham Odland gets to the ball for the Cardinals. Odland up the left side working on the dribble, trying to feed it ahead toward Jackson Bertram, and the Knights will clear it out of bounds. Throw in here for Alexandria. Cardinal head coach Phil Pham will make a substitution as Andrew Mayer will come in here, spelling Jackson Bertram. And Bertram has been working hard out on the field tonight. Now throw in up the left side into the midfield area. Now St. Michael-Albertville trying to get into transition here. And the Knights... Nolan Din will send it out, and I think we had a ball played out by St. Michael-Albertville. The Cardinals will throw it in. Auden Zeller will get it in. It's up the sideline here. Now Graham Odland challenging a Knights player for possession. Those two kind of hook up with one another, kind of thrusting elbows. The foul got called, and then Graham Odland is able to block the free kick, and let's see if we're going to get a, we're going to get a yellow card for Graham Odland not allowing space for that free kick to be executed. So he's going to have to go to the bench here. And he'll check out, and Cohen Medway will re-enter for the Alexandria Cardinals. And I think Phil Pham wanting an explanation here. Again, just talking in measured tones here.
Yeah. He was definitely walking away, but it's still one of those situations where you have to give the room, and it's more on the official to make sure that that room's there.
Yeah, could it have been a situation there where he could have stopped play there and maybe blown the whistle to allow the play to be set up? I can understand why St. Michael-Albertville might be playing with a little more urgency now, feeling that time is becoming a little bit of an enemy for them.
Yeah, correct.
So now the Knights will work it back into the Alexandria end. St. Michael-Albertville has 9 shots on goal tonight, more than 20 at the goal, but still no goals. So that means Ethan Carlson has saved all 9 shots tonight. Free kick is going to be awarded to the Knights. This will come along the far sideline, only about 11 or 12 yards off the goal line. So this one will be...
You have all 10 players up there, though, D-Mac.
Yep, and it's going to come in front, header, and that's going to go a little bit wide. So St. Michael-Albertville was able to get that scoring chance, but no finish there. Again, we are in the 77th minute of the match. Graham Odland will re-enter as Cohen Medway will check out. Alexandria 1, St. Michael-Albertville, no score. The Cardinals trying to go 2 for 2 in their first ever appearance in the Section 8 AAA boys soccer tournament. Alexandria has the 2 seed. St. Michael-Albertville is the 3. Ball gets sent out by the Cardinals. Throw in for the Knights. Now Rovi Camacho is going to play the ball across. Now a crossing attempt knocked away by Alexandria. Now the Knights get it back. Here is Talon Signs sending it ahead. Now a ball coming through to the keeper, and Ethan Carlson will make the save. And that will be his 10th save of the match. Ball punted away. This one will carry him back into the Knights end, and it goes back to Eli Schmoyer, who will punt the ball away himself. Now into the 78th minute of the match. It's getting late here at Viking Bank Field. Good clear by the Alexandria Cardinals back onto the Knights side. And the ball will go out. St. Michael-Albertville will be awarded the throw-in. Winner of this game plays on in the section tournament. The team that does not prevail has its season come to an end. Now another throw in for the Knights. It's going to come in up the right side. Challenging here is Aiden Semankan trying to get to the ball. Bo Jones back on defense here. And now the ball played out. It will be a throw in for Alexandria deep in its own end. The Cardinals up 1-0 as we're now into the 79th minute of the match. And Alexandria, I think, is going to elect to have Auden Zeller throw it in. This one up the right side, and it's going to stay in play. Taken here by Talon Sines. Now over to the left side into the direction of Malik Doyu. Now played out. Down to about 80 seconds to go in the match. Alexandria redirects the ball, and now the Cardinals will play it the other way.
Take a shot. He's out.
The goalkeeper came way out, and Alexandria may not have recognized that right away. Now the ball at the midfield third, and St. Michael-Albertville will look to get going the other way. We're into the 80th minute of the match here with Alexandria leading by a goal. An Alexandria player falls down. St. Michael-Albertville looking to get a crossing shot, and that's going to be wide, and it's going to spin across the goal line, and Alexandria will be awarded a goal kick, and I believe the clock will now be stopped with 43 seconds to go in regulation time. Might be a cramp here with Rogan Anderson, I think, down on the turf. And I think we're going to have Britt Ludwig from Heartland Orthopedic Specialists out to investigate matters. And hopefully this is just involving a little bit of stretching and massaging here to get Rogan Anderson back on his feet. He is accounted for the Alexandria scoring tonight. A goal in the 56th minute of the match, and that is stood up as the only scorer so far. Alexandria 1, St. Michael-Albertville nothing. The winner of this match will be playing in the section championship round next Tuesday. If Alexandria is involved in that match, we will have the coverage on our latent media platforms, including KXRA Radio and through the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Those platforms will have play-by-play of Alexandria Cardinal regular season football tomorrow night. The Cardinals look to lock up the North Star North District Championship with a game against the Brainerd Warriors. That will be a 7 o'clock start with the pregame at 6:30. Tim Zupfer will join me for the broadcast. I neglected to say at the Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report about the team that will be playing for Alexandria in the Section 8 AAA Championship tomorrow night. We wish good luck to Nick Jansen and the Alexandria girls tennis team trying to gain their first ever state tournament appearance. Alexandria will play Elk River tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. in the Section 8 AAA Championship match. That will be indoors at Stay Fit in Sartell. Alexandria's only loss during the regular season came to Elk River in Elk River on September 20th. The Cardinals will take a 24-1 record into that section girls tennis final tomorrow night. Again, it's been a wonderful year for Alexandria girls tennis, and they're hoping to keep it going tomorrow night. And Rogan Anderson back onto his feet here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, walking on his own power, but again with a little bit of a limp. He's going to come over to the bench. And Cam Costers is going to be the first teammate to greet him once he gets into the bench area here. And he'll give Rogan a high five. Jackson Bertram in as the substitution here. The Cardinals will get a goal kick. Alexandria potentially just seconds away from moving on deeper into the section playoffs. The goal kick is away. Redirected by St. Michael-Albertville. Knights look to get moving. In the middle, here is Noah Schmoyer playing it over to the left side. Davis has it now right at the edge of the penalty box area. The ball kept wide. Now a clearing or crossing attempt in front. Knocked down by Alexandria, and the Cardinals will clear it across the sideline. Down to the final 15 seconds. Now the ball played in at the edge of the attacking third. It comes through, cleared out. One more clear, goes over to the far side. 5 seconds to go. Scramble, and the Cardinals are going to clear it away, and that's going to drain the remaining time on the clock. The Alexandria Cardinals are now 2 for 2 in the Section 8 AAA tournament. Alexandria wins by a 1-0 final score, and the Cardinals move on in the Section 8 AAA boys soccer tournament. Oh my goodness, some anxious moments at the end, Jeff James,
yes.
But Alexandria got the job done.
What a game. For how much Alexandria had to play defense there, it was their quick transition and much better played second half, by the Cardinals. There was still a lot of possession time by the Knights, but Alexandria came through when it mattered.
That's right. The scoring opportunities became a little more prevalent for the Cardinals in the second half, but really their best scoring chance all night long was when Jacobo Ramos was able to play the ball up the left side to Patrick Klecker. And, Patrick's a hard-working, talented kid in his own right, and he was able to keep dribbling long enough, and then he got an excellent cross over to Rogan Anderson, who got the finish. If that's going to be your best scoring chance and you capitalize on it, more power to you.
It just takes one, right? It just takes one really well-executed play, and Alexandria is moving on.
That's right. So the Cardinals will play in the Section 8 AAA championship match. That will be on Tuesday, October 14th. If Buffalo wins its match against Monticello tonight, that game will be at the Buffalo Bison Stadium. If Monticello can secure a road win, then Alexandria would be back at home on Tuesday. We don't know where Alexandria is going to go yet in the next round in Section 8 AAA boys soccer, but we do know that the Cardinals are playing on. St. Michael-Albertville will end its season with a final record of 7-8-3. Alexandria is now 12-2-4 after a 1-0 victory in the section semifinal round. That's going to do it for our play-by-play. We do invite you to stick around. We're moments away from our Jutner Motors post-match coverage after we enjoy these words on our latent media platforms by our boosters of Alexandria Cardinals sports coverage.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Happy totals for the Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer team as they will play on in the Section 8 AAA tournament. Alexandria able to punch its ticket to the section final after a 1-0 victory over St. Michael-Albertville in the section semis here at the Alexandria Area High School Stadium. We welcome you to our Jutner Motors post-match coverage. I am DMAC Dave McClurg. We also have Jeff James, my broadcast partner upstairs. I do anticipate we might get an Alexandria player or two coming up in just a little while as Alexandria earns the victory after a scoreless opening half. The Cardinals get one really good scoring opportunity in the second half, and Alexandria makes the most of it. Patrick Klecker working up the left sideline, getting a nice crossing pass over to Rogan Anderson, and he would get the finish, and that occurred in the 56th minute, and that would do it as Alexandria was able to continue playing solid defense. St. Michael-Albertville would outshoot Alexandria on the night in terms of shots at the goal and shots on goal, but give credit to Ethan Carlson, that last line of Alexandria defense. He would get the shutout on a 10-save performance, and Alexandria knocks out a school from the Lake Conference. Again, that's a conference that features larger enrollment schools, the Eden Prairies, Minnetonkas, Edinas. St. Michael-Albertville has a 9 through 12 enrollment to more than 2,000 students itself. So Alexandria being one of the smaller schools in terms of enrollment in Class AAA, but the Cardinals get the victory. Jeff James, I know that you and I have had the opportunity to catch our collective breaths during the break here, but what a fun match here.
It was one of those matches where you were like, wow, we're just playing an awful lot of defense, but again, it's taking care of opportunities, and when you get those opportunities, there are plenty of formats where you will play defense, and wait for that one mistake, and that happened tonight. And I wouldn't even say it was a mistake; it was just a really well played transition for Alexandria.
And the Cardinals, again, got a good scoring chance. They were able to capitalize on it, and ultimately the Alexandria Cardinals get the victory by a final score of 1-0. I believe both of the players that were involved in the scoring sequence are going to be joining us upstairs here, and we're going to get them on the air as well, as our post-match interview feature is being brought to you by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota? What's your number? Visit online anytime at qualitytoyota.net. I believe, being that both of our post-match guests here have joined us before, as you're watching on YouTube, the gentleman off to the left is Rogan Anderson. He wears jersey number 5, and the person second to the left is Patrick Klecker. He wears jersey number 11. Patrick, first of all, congratulations. Nice win for the Alexandria Cardinals. Any win at this time of the year is a solid win, but how good are you feeling right now, and what's your excitement level?
We're just feeling great. First time in 23 years that we're going to the section final, and we're not planning to stop there.
Yeah, that's right. I think the last time Alexandria made the section final, the Cardinals were able to break on through. But, this seemed to be a game, Patrick, where a lot of it occurred on your team's defensive side of the field. Not a lot of offensive chances, but, you got a few more of those after halftime. I need to ask you a little bit about some adjustments, because obviously the complexion of the half was a little bit different than the first half.
Well, so yeah, our defense was just playing great all game, and Camden actually got hurt in the end of the first half, so we had to switch a few things up there, but we just capitalized on our only opportunity of the night, really, honestly.
Yeah, I think all told, I think you may have gotten 4 shots on goal, but obviously that was the best one. Are you able to talk a little bit about the sequence, what happened leading up to Rogan's score?
Yeah, so basically it was just a great counterattack. Fran sent a great ball to me down the line, and I look up, see Rogan running down, and I was able to send a ball across to him, and he was able to get a great finish on it.
Yeah, very good. JJ, you want to ask or share an observation with Patrick Klecker here before we get Rogan involved?
Absolutely. Great job first, by the way, guys. It was a fantastic game to watch. It was a little nerve-wracking for us up here at times, and I'm sure it was for you as well. But when you guys talked about your adjustments, did you change shape? What was, I know some of the important things for Coach Pham was really trying to take control of that middle third. That obviously didn't happen a lot throughout the game, but was there any drastic changes that were made there? Because it looked like we did a lot better moving through that mid-third.
Yeah, well, our shape didn't change really too much. It was just more of a personnel, and everybody was just able to do great.
Absolutely.
Very good. We're going to bring in Rogan Anderson as well as we have the goal scorer for tonight. And Rogan, congratulations. I know I talked to you up in Fergus Falls, I think it was, after the 2-0 victory up there. And you said with a lot of confidence, when I asked you a question about the section, you said, Buffalo's our main challenger. We feel we can work our way through. Well, not only did you talk the talk, you walked the walk, but how excited are you about this performance here?
Yeah, I can't lie. I didn't sleep last night. I didn't do an ounce of schoolwork today. It's been crazy. It's been trying to focus on soccer as much as I can, and just because this team is this team is my best friends. So I don't want this year to be over and have to play with different kids next year. These are my best friends, the guys that I grew up playing with, and I'll do whatever it takes to make sure it doesn't end. So.
Well, it really seems like you are part of a large family and everything like that. But regarding this match here, Rogan, obviously you were able to convert on the best scoring opportunity of the night. What can you say about the counterattack that did lead to your score?
Fran sent that ball up the line. Patrick started running, and the way that he curled that ball to come, it went out towards the goalie, and it pulled the goalie out of the net a little bit to come kind of run out and be dip his toes in the water and be maybe I go pick that ball up. But then all of a sudden that thing caught the grass and it started curling back to me, and I don't know how the defender let me on the inside of him, but the defender let me get inside, and I just squared it up on the middle of my foot, and I kind of just hit it as hard as I could, which sometimes is a bad idea because that ball goes flying over the net, but I felt like I was close enough where if I square this thing up and I hit dead center of the ball and hit it as hard as I can, there's no way that keeper's saving it, and it went in, so.
Yeah, only goal of the night scored by Rogan Anderson in this 1-0 victory for the Alexandria Cardinals. And Jeff, I'll let you and Rogan interact here.
Rogan, so throughout this game, we felt like it was going to kind of be a blue-collar effort. There was a lot of physical play, a few yellows handed out, but how did you feel like the intensity changed for you guys throughout this game?
I think we just wanted to win it more than they did. It's this group of players is so tight-knit together, and we'll do anything for each other to go win a game, so we're going to go leave it all out there like there's no tomorrow and just keep playing.
Absolutely.
Very good. I believe Patrick made mention Cam Coster's got hurt late in the first half. He tried to come out in the second half, but we didn't see him after the opening moments. Did you have a chance, Rogan, to talk to Cam either along the sideline during the second half or after the game?
Not really, no. I came off, I was just talking to Phil about whatever, just processing the goal. Was the first time I came off in the second half, so I just kind of was getting through that with the guys, and then I subbed me back in, and I went out and played a little bit, and then after the game, it's just freak out, just go crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Justifiably so. Your head coach, Phil Pham, he's got the interim status on his coaching title right now. I think he'll be able to apply for the permanent job. But you've had basically now the fall season to work with an Alexandria graduate. He graduated from Jefferson High School back in 2012. What has his style been like, Rogan? The presence of Coach Pham, I know he assisted Brandon Johnson last year, but what's it been like to have Coach Pham as the head coach?
He's super technical, and he knows the game like the back of his hand. I mean, he pays attention to the little details. He knows the formation. He knows how that he kind of likes this play style of, quick pass, played out to the wings, send it in, we're going to finish that ball. And I don't know, he's just smart coach, really tactical, knows the game really well.
And Patrick, I'd like to get maybe a comment or two of your working with Coach Pham. What has impressed you about, what he's been able to bring to the whole picture?
I just think a main thing about him that's really good is just his commitment. He's always constantly watching film, and it's just a great thing to have a coach super committed to the team.
So now you get extra days of practice. I think that's another benefit of winning a playoff game. But as you move into Tuesday, obviously a win there, and you're on to state for the first time in 23 years. What do you think it's going to take, Patrick, to get past this next very important step?
Buffalo's a very strong team. I mean, I'm guessing if they won. I don't know for sure yet, but
yeah, we haven't had an update yet that we know of.
Yeah, I can do a refresh on my phone here. Let's see. I don't know if I'll get anything here, but let's see if I. I'm gonna.
Here, I'll hold on to that for you. How about that?
And I'll ding around with the phone. Normally, I don't do this very much, but trying to get refresh and. Still no report on what's going on at Buffalo, so maybe they needed extra time or something worse.
Could be.
But anyway, but still, your team is in, regardless of who the opponent is. If it happens to be Monticello, Patrick, that's a team you actually played in late September. What worked well for the Alexandria Cardinals in that 3-0 victory?
Yeah, so when we played Monticello, everything just clicked. We had great passing. Oh my God, Monticello won.
No! Yes! Bro! Oh my goodness!
Well,
Monticello
looks like
won.
you're going to be playing at home if that's correct here.
Bro! Oh my God, that is...
Wow, so
that's crazy.
We're getting the breaking news right at the moment, so Pat...
Oh my goodness!
We're getting it confirmed. Mitch Odlin, the public address announcer, has just announced it. So, as if you weren't already excited enough on your home win, now you're back at home on Tuesday night. So Patrick, now we don't have to go supposition. What do you recall about the win against Monticello now that you get another rematch with them?
Yeah, if we play like we did before, we'll see you guys in state.
Okay.
All right.
And Rogan Anderson, let's get your thoughts. How exciting is it going to be that you don't have to travel on Tuesday night now? You're back at home one more time.
Yeah, it's just another day I got to be nervous and not do schoolwork. So.
All right. Well, I hope you're able to get a few winks of sleep between now and Tuesday.
Yeah,
But gentlemen, congratulations on the win tonight. We'll see you back here on Tuesday. Rogan, thanks for the time as always.
Yeah, thank you.
Patrick, thank you as well, and we'll see you Tuesday night.
See you there.
There is Patrick Klecker and Rogan Anderson from the Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer team. Again, as we are on the air, as Alexandria wraps up its win over the St. Michael-Albertville Knights, we get word from Wright County that Monticello went on the road, and the Magic are now 2 for 2 away from home this year. Monticello knocking out the top seed Buffalo. So you'll have Monticello at Alexandria in the section championship round this coming Tuesday night. Winner of that match moves on to the state Class 3A boys soccer tournament. This is our Junker Motors post-match coverage. Break ahead, and then we'll be back to wrap our coverage up after this. Timeout.
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
We are back one final time at Alexandria Area High School Stadium, where the Alexandria Cardinals have defeated the St. Michael-Albertville Knights. I don't believe that game in Buffalo is final as of yet. I see on another website they had a late start, 7:45, down in the Twin Cities, which means that they would not be over yet. So we're going to temper the excitement about a possible Alexandria-Monticello match here in town on Tuesday night. But regardless of if the Cardinals are going to Buffalo or if Monticello is coming here, we will have it for you on our latent media platforms, KXRA Radio and on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. As Patrick Klecker joined us as part of our Jutner Motors post-game report earlier, Alexandria last qualified for the section finals back in 2002. That was the year under head coach Wes Thompson that Alexandria made its only state tournament appearance. Now that was in Class A in the two-class format. This year, Alexandria is in the big school class, and that is Class AAA in the three-class format. And now the Cardinals are 2-2 on the year in this section tournament after the 1-0 victory over St. Michael-Albertville. So, again, we're getting some conflicting issues here, and
yeah, it sure looks like it's Buffalo up.
Yeah, it's indicating Buffalo over Monticello 4-1 with about 13 minutes to go, and I would believe that again because it had a projected start time of 7:45, so that game would not be finished, and with a 7:45 start, that would be indicative of a completion of the game later on here in the 9 o'clock hours. So it could very well end up being that Alexandria will be on the road in the section final on Tuesday. Again, what we are seeing, and J.P. Boline brought it up, the Lake Conference Live website has Buffalo leading Monticello in the second half with time to go, and it is a 4-1 lead. So,
Coming from the Lake Conference Live.
Yeah, and the reason that the game got a delayed start, they had some lightning down in the Twin Cities, so that's why that game is not yet the game here is final, and Alexandria wins 1-0. And again, incomplete score with Monticello trailing Buffalo 4-1. So I believe the Cardinals will be hopping aboard the bus and heading to Buffalo, Minnesota on Tuesday night. But Jeff James, again, really exciting time. It's practice days in October are not guaranteed for the soccer teams because after every round, 50% of the teams get eliminated. And it's been a wonderful year under head coach Phil Pham. And, fortunately for he and his teammates, it gets to continue on into the next round.
Yeah, and this is always exciting times when you do get these extra practices, extra time to hang out with your teammates, and that possibility of punching your ticket to that big state tournament. It's always something really fun and exciting for these athletes.
Well, Jeff James, we appreciate you being with us tonight for the coverage. I know you've got another commitment on Tuesday. I believe Kylie is playing it now. Is that game for Concordia women's soccer in Moorhead on Tuesday, or are you making a road trip yourself?
No, it's McAllister at Moorhead or at Concordia, so it'll be up in Moorhead, and doing the dad thing.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can do. You've been the good luck charm, so maybe
right.
If we can find a way to clear another hurdle,
right.
Maybe we'll have you for some state tournament coverage later on in October. But
there we go.
Always great to connect with you, and thanks so much.
You as well. Have a good night.
Very good. That is Jeff James, my broadcast partner for Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer and girls soccer during the fall, Alexandria girls hockey and boys hockey in the winter. Again, the other semifinal between Monticello and Buffalo is not complete yet, and it is available on the Lake Conference streaming network. I believe that's Lake Conference Live, and that is a partial score in the second half, with Buffalo leading Monticello 4-1. So if that lead holds up for Buffalo, the Bison will be hosting Alexandria Tuesday night. Regardless, we hope you'll check out our Alexandria Cardinal Sports Report programs tomorrow morning in the 8 o'clock hour, and then the last full report will air between 5:30 and 6 p.m., and we'll give you the definitive information on the matchup between Alexandria and its opponent for the Section 8 AA championship match come Tuesday of this week. We will have more Alexandria sports play-by-play in this venue tomorrow. In fact, I think I'm going to park some of my broadcast gear in the neighboring booth where JP has been setting up tonight, because on football Friday nights, our booth is the one on the southernmost edge of the box. Yep, the one that does not have a window on the south edge of the box. Maybe we can change that in the future. But Tim Zuffer and I will be here tomorrow night for Alexandria. The Jottner Motors pregame show will be on the air at 6:30. JP Boline will also be along with us doing the live video on our Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. That will do it from Alexandria Area High School. We do appreciate the pleasure of your company, whether you joined us watching tonight's game on YouTube or listening on KXRA Radio. For our studio engineer, Jackson, and for our videographer, JP Boline, and my broadcast partner, Jeff James, Dave McClurg repeating the final score in the semifinal round of the Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Tournament. Alexandria blanks St. Michael-Albertville 1-0.